The Whiskey Brothers podcast is intended for an adult listening audience. If you find yourself easily offended, I guarantee this will do it.
They don't want no problem. Nah.
From Houston, Texas, the Whiskey Brothers podcast starts now.
Already for the comments. Trey looks different. Yes, indeed. We're joined by Kenji Alonzo.
His understudy.
He fucked me up. I was like, "You went too?"
Trey's stunt double.
Damn, kind of have cool hair to get invited to this thing.
That's it, buddy. You can cut all yours off. So cheers. We're drinking. We're on the Texas Ranger. We did some peanut butter cup whiskey last week,
amazeballs.
And now we've got their peach. I have not tried this yet. We just freshly cracked the bottle open. So to you guys and to Adam Taylor on the 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, and 8s, and Kenji Alonzo. Kenji, it's good to have you here, buddy. Cheers. The peach, and I can smell it. It's got a good nose on it. Jerry, you're making that. It's sweet face. Is it sweet?
Very sweet. Very smooth.
Oh, but this would go. I want to make mimosa. Can you make a whiskey mimosa?
Oh, I don't know.
Jerry's making a face like, no, absolutely not. What's wrong? Do peaches bother you? Or is it a combination of the? So let's talk on it. Is it a combination of the peach and the whiskey? I caught that. Son of a bitch.
It's just it's bad dreams of SoCo being a young person. It's that I don't know.
So that's my. I remember that would be the kind of comparable flavor, right? I've probably had something along those lines. This is like a summer shooter.
It's much better made. Yeah. It's not.
This
it's
is
not
what you
near
shoot.
As, yeah.
This is what you shoot on the river.
Yeah, maybe some people. Yeah,
if you went
that would be a thing. I think.
It doesn't burn.
No, it's
not
not that
at all.
It's what?
I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
70 proof, so 35%. It's these things are dangerous to me.
Yeah, because you could drink a lot of that.
It's the kind I want to just put in a glass with ice.
They're the ones that make your head hurt.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Gonna suck, but
no,
that'd be fun.
I think we're gonna be all right.
I enjoyed the hell out of that peanut butter whiskey so much. In fact, I went and got me some. And got a little carried away with that. That's why I was talking about iambic pep meters and whatnot.
Oh yeah, Jerry said
that was an honest mistake.
Isn't that iambic? We were talking about iambic pet meters. And I go, that's close. I never want to shoot anybody down for having a good idea, but we got to talk a little bit about the phrase. We are not joined by Trey Tutson and Sam Damaris this week. It's important to say that. Sam is, I think, on a boat. If I'm doing my math right, he'll be back late December, not in time for the Christmas show. That is happening December 17th. It's going to be myself, Trey Tutson, Jerry Wayne Longmire. We're joined by a lot of former guests and standouts from Is This Thing On and the Whiskey Brothers podcast. Will Loden's going to be hosting the first half, good Will Loden, and a bunch of sketches and plans and comics and guests and all the cool stuff. December 17th, that's 2 Fridays from now, happening at the Secret Group in downtown Houston. Tickets are only $10, really easy to get in. And then this Friday, just this one coming up, December 10th, we're premiering Just the Bit, which is a TV pilot that we did. Adam Taylor, way back there, a huge round of applause. It's spectacular. I'm in it, Sam's in it, Chingo Bling, Dale Cheeseman, Billy D. Washington. It's a remarkable cast, and we're doing a premiere at the Deluxe Theater on Friday night. You're hosting the show. Tickets for that are also just $10.
I've only seen I've only seen a piece of the Chingo Bling one.
Oh, so
that y'all did. I have not seen really any of it. I've seen just a piece of the Chingo Bling one, and it's fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to experiencing it like on a big screen like that.
Yeah.
And the comedy show is going to be fun. You know,
it's
me,
strong.
and Chingo. That's a fun
and Lisa
lineup.
Lyric will be there. It's a remarkable lineup. Those tickets are available. You get to hang out with everybody. I know there's free tacos. There's likely going to be some other stuff for you to enjoy. So it's the cheapest thing you can do for $10.
If you don't come to an event with free tacos and beer, you just hate yourself.
It's absurd.
You don't have just a garbage person.
Kenji, what have you been up to? We have not seen you since the last time you were on Is This Thing On, the show we host on Tuesdays. You did exceptionally well.
It was a lot of fun.
You'll be back. What else has been going on?
Well, today I had jury duty. I've been called into jury duty several times in the last few years, but I was never selected. This is the first time I was ever pulled into like the room where like the
Wait, you made it out of the first round?
Yeah.
What?
And it's let me tell you, it's very easy to tell them what they don't want to hear to get not selected.
So did you navigate your way into this on purpose, or were you like, I see several exits and I'm not going to take one?
Well, I saw all the exits. I saw them all very clear. I could just hop right on it, like so easy. Like, oh yeah, I don't believe in this. No, I can't. They ask you if you could put your feelings aside,
and then you just go no.
Yeah,
no.
But I said yes, I could. So like it was a DWI case. So they asked you, do you know anybody? And can you put your feelings aside if you have? And some people were like, my cousins were killed. I can't. Like, so
my Uncle Jimmy gets one every third Saturday.
Exactly. Yeah. So they asked me, and immediately a list of so many comics popped up. You
gotta know what 10 people right off the top here.
I was like, I knew a lot, but I was like, yes, I know people, but yes, I could also put like my feelings aside. And so the judge just went into like this 3-hour diatribe about jury duty, how to do it correctly. He's like, you got to focus on the prosecution. They got to prove their case. He actually did a really good job.
I was going to say, I imagine he had to have his patter down at that point, right? This has got to be his Monday morning ritual. He comes in, he welcomes a jury, he writes material for this. I mean, he's basically a cruise ship comic for courtrooms.
Yeah, that's basically what it was, except, all right, so I got called in on Friday. So this was like in the NRG arena, right? They're just calling people in to this is just jury selection to see if you even make it on a jury, and it's just it's in the arena so you can I guess socially distance.
Oh, okay.
And there's like a shitload of people.
So they're doing it wrong. They're like, we got an arena so you can socially distance, but we also packed 12,000 people in here. But you feel socially distanced, right? Because everything's far away.
Yeah.
Try to take a leak.
This is fascinating because I've only shown up to the courtroom to get not accepted for jury duty
that has
one
happened
time,
so many times,
and that was probably 15 years ago. And then I just decided, well, you can't prove I got the summons.
What city was that in?
Beaumont. Yes, where I had to listen to. Well, I remember going and I listened to the guy spend what felt like 3 hours trying to talk us into donating the $6 they were giving us. And they gave a whole spiel. You got to give this for kids who were born with no left arms or whatever those whatever their
leptomyalgia.
Yeah. So exactly leptomyalgia. That was quick. I want to look that up. But he gives this whole thing, and you're finally sitting. You're like, "Am I an asshole if I just keep the $6?" Like I don't. At the time, I barely had a job. I was like my fourth year at comedy. I was $6. That's like 2 days if you play it right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wasn't hearing that.
That's like 3 Lone Stars if you don't tip.
Damn. You talked about seeing all the exit ramps, but here's what happened every time I get picked to go to jury duty. I sit down and they ask me to state my name, and then they go, like every time. That's exactly. I've done it about 5 times. I sit down. Can you state your name? Jerry Wayne Longmire.
Yeah, I mean, they know your
way
name.
Too many vowels and shit going on there. No, there's far too many syllables in that name. Get him the fuck out of here.
Man, that's so you went prepared to do your civic duty.
Right. So here's what happened. So I'm sitting there, I sit in the room. I tell myself, I'm just going to tell the truth. If they pick me, they pick me. If they don't, they don't. I got back, well, my girlfriend was just like, oh, I knew you got picked. You should have lied. And then I was like, black people, we complain that, we get discriminated, not put on juries. It'd be kind of fucked up if I'm just like, they never put us on juries, and then I got a chance. You're like, oh,
I got this close. I had an audition.
I was like,
I had an audition.
Yeah, I was like, so I'm just gonna tell the truth and just let that be it. And then so they, so like the prosecution and the defendant and the defense lawyer is like there for jury selection. Like, so the dude who is gonna be in trial is like sitting right there for jury selection, which is weird.
In some cases making notes so he could pick his own alternates, right?
Basically, that's what they're doing. And so I'm like, if I'm gonna be fair, let me not stare at this dude, because the more you look at somebody, you can either convince yourself that they're guilty, or not. Just look at this guilty looking motherfucker just sitting there smiling. So I just,
down, like you're about to box.
Yeah, so I kind of tried not to look, and like based on the way I'm answering and like where I'm sitting, because like there's 42 people in the room, and so I didn't know this. Like each side gets 3 strikes, so they could strike a juror for any reason, and the judge can strike as many people as they want. If they don't like anybody in the room, and the judge told us this, like all 42 of you, I don't like any, I could send y'all back and bring in another whole 42.
What? They could just redeal?
Yeah,
basically.
That's fun.
So, but after,
But each team gets three like no
jurors that they
questions
get-
asked.
no questions asked.
Doesn't
I don't-
matter.
I don't
I don't
want this
care what
juror.
you're. Yeah.
right, and so I didn't know this. It's not like they then from that pool say, I want this juror, I want this juror, I want this juror. They go in numerical order because we all have numbers, right? So if after they've
How
done
modern.
after they've done all their strikes, because this was misdemeanor criminal, they pick the first 6 that aren't struck.
Oh.
And then 1 alternate. So I was number 14, and I think the highest they got up to like 26, which means everybody in between was struck. So it's not like they could say I want 1, I want 42. After they
got
strike
you.
them all, you have to go in numerical order.
I
And
got you.
I didn't know that. And another thing I learned, I didn't know this, only in Texas can the defendant choose to not only have a trial by jury, but then have the jury choose their punishment. Every other
Yeah.
state, it's automatically the court.
You can actually even do that on traffic. I've done that for traffic stuff. Like, like I want a trial, and they're like, "What do you want? You want a bench trial or a jury trial?" Well, no, I want a jury trial. And
Right.
the judge always looks at you and goes, "Can you come here real quick?"
Yeah.
Can you,
Now you do know
the
that
speeding ticket.
jury
I want
trial,
a jury trial, and I'm going to
you
argue.
were going 6 over on Westheimer, and you want to bring in 6 of your peers.
Because when he loses, he wants all the money to have been spent.
Yeah, that's it. It's just
A war of attrition with the government.
$178 at the cost of 6 times 6. That's $36, and then I imagine this bailiff's a few hundred.
You're wasting my time. I'm wasting yours.
It's like, I'm
and
wasting
somebody
your time, I'm
else's.
wasting your money. It's
That's beautiful.
like, you ain't making money off this ticket. This is going to be a net loss.
I did
Whenever
one of
you-
those in the 90s with HPD over a racing ticket, as they had those at the time, and exhibition of speed, and they gave it.
How
They
did
gave
they
me
determine
gave
that
me a
that's
trial.
that's the thing. Is it if there's more than one car going fast?
Yeah, it was probably me and the other car going 130 right next to each other down
that
Westheimer.
might have been a giveaway.
Complete coincidence.
My open headers and no mufflers, and my car didn't have windows. You know, there were hints. You know, there were things around. You know, a chick holding money. There was stuff going on. You know what I mean?
Ja Rule was there.
an 8-bit stoplight. There's
And they freaking they gave me the jury trial. It came to jury trial. The damn cop had the flu, and they dismissed it. They had all the jurors sitting there. Everything dismissed the trial.
Wait a
sent me
second,
to
you
the
got a
house.
little Fast and the Furious in your history?
Oh man, I was real bad about that when I was younger. Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
were you like a drifter or were you like a dragger? I don't know anything
drag
about
racing, mostly street stock and drag racing. I ran dirt track for a little bit.
What kind of car did you drive?
I
'Cause when
had
you
a-
say
I had a-
when you say dragster, I picture a long triangular car.
Oh no, like street stock cars. Like I had a couple Mustangs and I had some antique trucks and stuff. And then I got really hooked on Volkswagens for a while, and I raced little Baja Bugs and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Does the
Yeah, I know. I know where you're going with this. Yeah.
No, go
There
ahead.
was less of me then. There was yeah. I saw it all across your face. The minute I said bug, your eyes twitched a little, and I was like, no.
Doing weight calculations.
Trey's not here to do it. That's it. Trey's at home right now cussing
I
because he
am
missed
not
it.
this predictable. I am not this predictable. That's amazing. That's I didn't realize that at all. Now
I grew up in a junkyard, the wrecking yard. I grew
yeah,
up in
I get that. So if you had a team now, would you hire a driver because they would go faster?
No, man. If I built my own car, I'd be out there running it. You know? Yeah. That's crazy. Just more horsepower. That's all you need.
Is that but real talk? Does like an extra 100 pounds in the car make you slower?
When you're getting up into like pro stock drag racing and stuff? Yeah, it's a
When you're
pretty
doing-
big factor when you're on Westheimer running up.
So y'all just what would you do? You'd wait for like a
We used to go
available
out
light.
to
How'd you time
1090.
it?
We used to go out 1093. We usually had a time somebody keeping time and somebody starting the races and whatnot.
And you just run out in the middle of the road?
Or we do rolling races
dodge
where you
traffic?
roll 30 miles. No, man, we go out there on like Westheimer turns into 1093 out there past West Oaks Mall.
Way out there.
And it's a straight. That's where I lived in A-Leaf. And it was a straightaway just damn near to Fulshire. And it's 6 lanes. So we go out there and get 3 lanes wide and go crazy.
Right.
And we used to get the cops used to not even give us any shit about it for the most part. They'd come run us off every once in a while. We'd hang out at the West Oaks Mall parking lot. And then sometimes at Miami Subs. And then for a while we did it Rankin Road and Brittmore. And a lot of times the cops back then were real cool about it because we were staying out of main traffic and we weren't fucking around where
better
there was a
here
lot of people.
than elsewhere.
But then, some kid got killed out there on Westheimer, and a vet flipped a vet, and
they always do that.
it was some daddy's boy flipped his
Can't
daddy's
drive.
vet, and after that they cracked down pretty hard. They went zero tolerance. They did it. Wayne Dolcefino did a big crackdown on Houston street racing, and
Yeah.
and so now they race
till
on the
somebody
freeway in the
dies.
midst of now they race on the freeway in the midst of everybody and get people killed all the
Dude,
time.
that's insane. I didn't know you were right. Look at you with a little street rebel to you.
Oh yeah, man, we were.
You ever you
I was
street race?
Pentecostal.
You
We weren't
ever
allowed to
street
do nothing
racing in your
else.
past?
So I didn't street race. The closest I came was because I was in high school when that first Fast and the Furious
Oh, I
movie
got
came
you.
out.
Yeah, yeah.
So my friends would drive fast, but this was early 2000s, and we didn't really come from rich families, so our cars couldn't really go above 60.
We were all poor kids, but we were all poor kids that knew how to tune a wrench and get what
Yeah,
we
we
needed,
were
you
still
know?
like suburb, like
Yeah.
city adjacent. We didn't have that kind of knowledge. So
Where'd you grow up?
Montclair, New Jersey.
Oh.
Yeah, up north.
Okay. No accent.
No, there's very few words where you can actually hear maybe like a hint of a New Jersey or New York accent.
How long were you up there?
I mean, I was born in New York. I've only been down here 10 years, so I spent all my life.
So your whole life up there, and you already got did you lose all the sons and the? All right, son.
I mean, I would say that, but like a little bit.
Does it come out the same way my Texan does when I'm drinking?
Can you drop into it when you need it?
Like if you went to a restaurant and they wouldn't let you in, could you get New York on them real fast?
When I'm actually talking to New York people, I start talking faster, I think.
You pick it up, mimic
Like
it a little bit.
I pick up my rhythm and I just start talking like really fast. I also get like more sarcastic and a little bit more jokey.
What makes can you pick out a New Yorker even if, like I don't know you're from New York until you tell me because of the accent. But can you pick one out even if they don't have the accent? Are there like certain traits that tell you somebody? What are the tells?
How fast they walk. Houston or Southern people, they kind of mosey, but when you grow up in New
Amble
York,
or mosey, you gotta cut like a buffalo.
Yeah,
you never tried to follow Ralphie May through an airport.
you got,
You're the only other person who knows this. Listen to me, Ralph.
Giant Southern man move like a train.
You couldn't catch. I've had this conversation in interviews before because people were like, Ralphie was unhealthy, blah blah blah.
My
Dude,
ass.
I was when I was touring with him. So this was 06, 07, whenever that was.
That's about the years I got to work with him.
I
and
was
stuff.
about as peak as I could be.
I wasn't, but I did a lot of cocaine.
I was.
And I moved a lot quicker back yonder.
I could not pace him in an airport. Ralphie May at 400 pounds, he was impossible to keep up with. And I got a 6'1" stride, and I walk like I just planted a bomb somewhere every time. No matter
it was
where I go.
amazing how well he could disappear on you. He would just take off his suitcase. You turn around, you could not find him, and that seems illogical.
Oh, man, you know, I just had to disappear. These people coming over trying to give me a hug and shit. I wasn't trying to fucking do all that. I'm just trying to eat my chilies over here in the corner. Miss that sumbitch. So the gate, the speed of the gate, how fast they talk.
That is also if they walk by you, if they're not really saying like good morning or how are you. I think like Southern. When I first moved to Houston, I think people thought I was an asshole because I would walk by them and almost every person was just like, "Hi, how are you?" or "Good morning," and you're not used to doing that.
You think it's a trap?
So it's not even I'm a trap. I didn't hear them until I'm like 10 feet past them because my ears aren't picking up, and I was like, "Ooh,
and
I
you're
didn't
doing
say-"
that fast
And,
midget
they,
walk.
and they probably said it slow.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Howdy.
yeah.
Like NASCAR.
Right? And I think that's one thing that slowed down my walk because I was just speeding past people, and I'd be like, "The fuck you say?" Oh, and then like my brain would be like,
That's the
Call me that again. Come back.
It's the only reason we don't walk fast. You have to let the sound catch up to you. It's there's a whole ecosystem and physics that involve.
You never know if there's a door you got to open or some shit.
But in New York, if you walk slowly, you won't catch the words. They'll be out farther in front of you.
If you walk slowly, you're marking yourself as a tourist, and then somebody's going to try to sell you something broken.
The only time,
my
very first time in New Jersey, I remember I was going to go eat at the sandwich shop for lunch. I was up there for work, and I was walking up the sandwich shop, and there's like 3 people going in, and the dude's like holding the door for the 2 people going in, and I'm like, just as a Texan, I'm just like, he's going to hold the door for me. And I damn near walked into a shut door. That son of a bitch. I mean, I was 2 foot away from the door, and he's like, yeah, good luck, fucker.
Which brings me to my next 2 things. One thing, the way to spot like a New Yorker or somebody from up north, we hate having our time wasted. We hate it. It's a bigger insult than saying fuck your mother. It's wasting our
I'll keep that in mind. I'm just be walking around NYC. Fuck your mother. Didn't waste your time, though. I said that quick.
I said it fast.
Hey, you said it fast.
Fuck your mother.
Yeah, I didn't have to stop. And then this is something that I've gotten into constant arguments with people from the South about, is the difference between being nice and kind, warm and cold, right? Because I feel down here in Houston, people are, how do I put this? They are nice, but they're not kind.
Yeah,
Like they're, and they could be warm about it. And
so you've been to Montgomery?
No, I give it a wide berth. But in New York,
well, you've got them figured out.
And in going around, he stumbled into some of the adjacent communities.
Exactly.
Fucked around and wound up in Magnolia.
Familiar with the region.
I'm familiar with history.
In Texas, the prettier the name, the more dangerous the county.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anything named after a flower. Fuck out of there.
Or a Civil War general.
Or a part of a flower. Even a leaf.
A leaf.
See what I did there? Carry on.
In New York, so like down here, they're nice, but they're not kind. In New York, they're kind, but they're not nice, right?
What a distinction.
Right. So they'll help you, but they're not gonna be like, oh my God,
Try
what
to
is
hug you,
wrong?
yeah.
Like they'll be like, what the fuck do you need? Like don't.
Is that all the fucking help you need? I'm trying to move on with my
like
fucking
that,
day.
Though, and I've experienced some of that up on the East Coast stuff.
Yeah.
Is I don't mind the lack of sanctimonious sincerity.
Yeah.
At all.
They're not nice. They're not.
I hate that. That shit gets on my nerves.
They're
Oh my God,
not
Slade, are you okay?
Well, they're
you hate
mentioning
my
it
guts.
in the chat. They say try Utah. Everyone is so friendly and polite, but it's fucking cold. You can see the distrust in their eyes. I recognize that.
Yeah.
That's that. Oh yeah, you're nice. You're
So,
being friendly. You let me in, but you don't want me.
Well, the
in.
Mormons are so weird. They own all the liquor stores, but you can't drink liquor, and they own all the coffee shops, but you can't drink coffee. They're distrusting sons of bitches.
So this happened to me last time I was in Jersey. I was in Jersey with my girlfriend, Corla. She's my girlfriend. We were up there for my dad's wedding. We're walking to the train station, and it's about to downpour. We don't have any umbrellas. Dude pulls up. He's like, hey, it's about to rain. Where you guys going? He's like, we're just walking to the train station. He's like, just hop in the car. I'll give it to her. And like, she's, a pretty girl. But I'm like, she's with me, and the guy's offering a ride. I'm like, nothing's going to happen. Like,
of course.
While we're together. But, I mean, and we had the conversation. Like, that proves my point. Like, he sees it's about to rain. We're walking. I used to walk here for the quarantine, like, just to get exercise. I'm pretty sure somebody threw a glass bottle at me. You walk in Houston, and you're like a peasant. Like, oh, you're using your legs to walk and not work the gas pedal?
wait. Corliss DeLorme?
Yeah.
Good for you, dude. God damn.
You didn't know we were dating?
No, but
Yeah,
man, nice.
Another fantastic
Good
Houston
fishing,
comic.
buddy. God damn, son. Wow, that seems a little above your pay grade.
Oh,
but
it
good
is.
For you, man. I mean that in a good way. My wife's above mine. I get it.
It helps to know that.
It's always nice when you fish up,
That's people look at you when you walk in Houston as if something bad must have happened to you. There is no reason to be on foot in this city pre-tragedy.
Yeah.
Texas is the only place I have ever been in my life where people on the side of the road will yell at cars.
Huh?
And throw shit at cars. Like, you're going to get run over, you dummy.
They don't care. They don't care.
I see somebody like driving down some highway in Conroe and some dude walk into the store and just like turn around, F you, start throwing like,
We got a special breed of hitchhiker. Yeah, not all of them are prisoners.
No, but
They
Not
just
all.
act like
you
it.
feel like maybe they should be. You're like,
I mean, you get it when you try to walk for exercise, and it's almost like they're playing GTA and they're trying to hit you, and you're an NPC just trying to go to the store. Like,
But because
that's
we're
the way bicycles work in Houston.
yes,
Jesus.
as any sort of commuter, if you're whether by bike or on foot or anything else, you're treated like a deer who ran into the highway.
Yeah.
We're foreign creatures in this city. You know, you ride your bike.
I had a dude almost run me off the road on my bicycle, and I got him out of harm's way, and he slammed on his brakes. He goes, "You watch where you go." And I was like, "Dude, what are you talking about, man? I got reflectors on and everything. I was riding in the street. You're the one that come through the stop sign like that, almost hit me." And he's like, "Well, that thing shouldn't be on the street." I was like, "Roads were designed for bicycles, you asshole."
They can't be
and
on the
then he was
sidewalks.
just like, "Yeah." And then
Right.
he blows a snot rocket out the size of a pumpkin and goes, "Well, fuck you then," and drives off. And I was like, I'm losing.
captain of the debate team right there. Wittiest comeback he
Would
could
you
think
believe
about.
it? He was in an F-350. I know, shocking.
Surprise,
A
surprise.
hysterical response.
But New Jersey plates, weird enough. No, I'm just kidding.
If you can ride a bicycle on inner city Houston sidewalks, you are that guy from the Red Bull YouTube
Yeah, you're
videos.
super talented.
That's the only way.
A tree limb's gonna fuck your life up. Quick.
Tree limb or the
tree
fact
root.
that the tree root, the fact that the pyramid
hair.
style breaks we have in our sidewalks.
Oh, yeah.
are, yeah.
And sometimes in Houston, the sidewalk just ends for no reason whatsoever.
We ride
No walking
very,
here.
very Shel Silverstein.
Yeah, you'll just be
in their
going down
design.
a sidewalk, and then it's just grass and a curb,
Just
and it's good luck.
And then it's always on the roads that I'm on the right side going towards traffic, and then I got to veer off, and now I'm
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
This city is not designed for you if you are not in a car.
Yeah, and they're working on it. They're trying to make it better.
No,
but
they're not. That's an illusion and lie that they've been peddling since about 1978.
I agree with that.
There's
they are
no
not
show me
trying.
progress. Show me anywhere where it's gotten better. They're occasionally they say that some of the trails now connect. Gary.
That's true. We have more bike trails that do not connect to shit. It's a
Because
bike
they're-
trail in Houston. You ride like 12 miles, and then you got to get off your bike and throw it over your shoulder and carry it up an overpass and walk
Yes.
across
Kayak
the street.
past
You
a
have
river.
the portage, like you're like you're
and
taking
then
a kayak
slide down a
across Canada.
concrete overpass to get to another trail on the other side of the bayou.
Fist fight some homeless.
Yeah. Oh God, because they're camped out.
Yeah,
It is
try
the
not to
most,
fall on a needle. It's a bad day.
It's like playing Paperboy 4.
Yeah.
It's
I feel more like Frogger.
like a combination of the both. I would just take Heights Bike Trail to U of H downtown. I would play that on my old school Nintendo all day long.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm
While
down.
people throw stuff at you. And,
Now with turtle fucking.
what's it sound like? Quick. They make a clacking sound. Kenji,
When they
I don't know
fuck?
if you knew.
Yeah,
that.
yeah. There's a little shell clicking together on that carpus.
Oh, wow. All right.
The more you know. Ding, ding, ding.
You want to know
and a
what I
star.
just learned about animals? Because I just recently found like this animal fact channel that I really like. Apparently, baboons will steal lion cubs. Because, yes, because adult lions hunt baboons. And they can't fight adult lions. So they will steal their cubs.
Kill 'em.
And, yeah, in order to thin out their adult
They
populations.
usually throw them off something. Really
Oh,
Like
that-
climb up a tree and like
They'll climb
chuck
up a tree and toss them out in the woods.
While
Forward
that is
thinking.
very cool, them using the baby lions like a human shield
Would be
and
so
threatening
much
the
cooler.
lions, come get me. Would be.
I mean, when I first heard the story, I hoped they were raising the lions
That's the even better turn.
to train them to kill their
We got
parents.
fighting lions now.
and instigate some sort of intergenerational bloodlord.
Yeah,
Well,
they-
that's why they're baboons and we're humans.
Yeah.
goddammit.
And then the little lion returns back to
Yeah.
it gets away
Yeah.
away from
You just
the
explained why evolution doesn't work.
the baboon
Lion King,
tribe
that
and
little
goes
hoe.
back and then kills them all from the inside.
Exactly.
Shit, a
You
spy.
wouldn't watch that.
Oh, fuck it.
Lion-
Lion
Kidding
King
me?
6?
Lion King
I
6.
would watch that
Kiki's
now.
Revenge.
I would watch that right now. Yes, absolutely.
Sneaking in and under his fur he's got like that pumpkin juice or whatever Rafiki gave him.
Don't tell
Yeah.
me shit about Tiger King.
Yeah, you heard it. That's their
You take that Oklahoma homosexual, throw that to the wolves. We're ready to see something new.
We got monkeys raising lions as
murder other
infiltrating
lions.
assassins from the inside.
I don't know if you call it Baboon King or Lion King, but I'm in.
I would
This
watch.
Carol Baskin's going to be in it.
I would. That bitch, Carol Baskins. We should. We're getting close to putting a pin in this. It does sound like a party, guys. You guys doing good in the? We should say hi to everybody in the chat. Something about push mowers and broken bones, and God, yeah, it does sound like a party. Baboons riding lions. You don't want to live in that world. I do want to live in that world. Sounds like a remarkable world.
In.
We're gonna have some tickets to give away to the Christmas show, possibly next episode, for sure next week. We have some fans longtime fans who can't be at the show, who are gonna buy some tickets, have them donated. We'll give them away in some very, very
I couldn't
cool
believe
fashions.
we were giving any away.
No. It's not. The room's not big enough. No.
Love y'all, but no.
Dear friend and fan Ophelia will be sending us some tickets. Yeah, really good stuff. I couldn't keep up with Ralphie, but I raced Titus. Yes, that's an old story. She is an opera singer. Many, many things coming up. Kenji, where can they find you on all things social?
You can find me on Instagram, the Kenjamin84. That's TheKenjamin 84, or Kenjamin Alonzo on Facebook.
Perfect. Any shows coming up?
I believe I'm doing Eighth Wonder on the 19th at the Secret Group. Probably got some other shows. I think I'm going to be doing Avant soon. You could look out for, I don't know if you guys know the bar Red Dwarf in Midtown.
Yes, quite well.
We're
We've
going
done
to,
some stuff out there.
me and Corliss are going to start running an open mic there pretty soon, and then eventually some weekend shows where we're
Man,
going
I
to
would
start
probably
getting
come
up
do
there.
time there. I like that little room.
Yeah.
I've done
That
some
room's
shows
great.
for the Whiskey
Yeah,
Brothers
yeah,
there
we've done
and
some
had
stuff
fun.
out there.
Yeah, so
And I enjoyed watching Rob's thing there when he did his
Yeah,
politics,
Red Dwarf
Dick,
and
Dick politics, whatever.
Dick jokes.
Dick Wilkins. No.
Dick
What
jokes.
is it?
Dick jokes about Richard Nixon.
Richard Nixon,
Yes,
yeah.
that's why he
Not
was the
Dick
president,
Wilkins,
Jerry.
Dick Nixon.
Dick Wilkins is a comic who passed away.
Did he?
Yes.
Oh, that's a shame. My
He
hat's
was
off to you, Dick.
104. Were you
Yeah,
surprised?
he was very old.
No, he was a good friend of mine.
Yeah. I always liked him.
Let's put this episode in the can.
Okay.
Kenji Alonzo, our guest, sitting in for Trey Tutson and Sam Damaris. We'll call that. I am Slade Ham, Jerry Wayne Longmire, Adam Taylor, all the way over there. Just a Bit premieres Friday night, Deluxe Theater, Houston, Texas. We're all going to be there. We encourage you to go. All the information on our Facebook page, along with tickets to the Christmas show, because that too, just around the corner. We'll see you guys soon.
They don't want no problems. Nah.
Music provided by Scarface. Thank you for listening to yet another excellent episode of the Whiskey Brothers Podcast, the world's funniest podcast ever. The Whiskey Brothers Podcast was made in America by Americans, mostly in and around the Houston area. All content copyright the Whiskey Brothers. This concludes our broadcast day. Goodbye.